Hey guys, welcome back to Boris and Natasha Wheeling and Dealing. Thank you so much again for joining us. We sure do appreciate it. Today we're going to do a little something different. We're not going to go to Goodwill, but we are going to do some sourcing. So we're going to hit up a couple estate sales today. I found 2 estate sales, all within the same area. And typically around this time of year in the wintertime in New York, there's just not many garage sales and things like that to go to. So when you find them, you got to jump on them, be there early because the people will be out. So I'll head over to the first estate sale now. I'll show you a couple clips when I'm in the house. And then, of course, I'll follow back up and show you guys what I found. So, all right, let's give it a go. Quite a bit of stuff here, guys. This is my first time at an estate sale, so this is kind of what we got to go through. We get some clips here and there when I can. Already got a bin with some stuff in it. I'll show you what we got at the end. So it looks like this room's a bunch of Christmas stuff, as you can see here. A ton of books. The thing about these types of sales, there's just so much, so you kind of have like sensory overload. So you really just have to take your time and look behind every corner, look in every bin. You just never know what you're gonna find. So I'm gonna keep digging. I'll be back. All right, guys, so we are out of the first estate sale, and wow, sensory overload is an understatement. So there was just so much to look through. I hadn't been to one of those in quite some time, so it was a little overwhelming. I did get some stuff. I'll save that to the end of the video. There's really nothing really to write home about, but I got a total of 7 different items for $10, which I thought was a pretty fair deal. Yeah, we'll head over to the second one now and see what we can find there. All right, so I'm out of that second estate sale, and that was a quickie. Was probably spent 5 minutes in there total. Got a total of 2 items, which I'll show you later. Nothing great today, but you still have to continue going out there sourcing. You just never know when you're going to find that next deal. So I got a total of 9 items today. I spent maybe 20 minutes total, maybe 30 minutes with travel. I'm really happy with how things went. So we're just going to move on to the next thing here. I'll get home, get everything laid out, show you what I got. I'm probably going to get some more items listed on eBay today. So stay tuned. Okay, so we are back at the house. This is now the next day. I did not have a chance after I went to those couple estate sales yesterday to go over everything and kind of wrap things up. So here we are today. Do have everything laid out. This is everything I got from the 2 estate sales and ultimately a Goodwill that I ended up going to. So actually, let's start there at Goodwill, because the main purpose of even going out yesterday was to pick this cookie jar up here. My mother-in-law saw this in one of our previous videos and just asked if we could go back and pick that up for her. She said it was something that her grandma actually had in the past, and it just was kind of near and dear to her heart. So of course, I was going to take the time to go get that for her. So we picked that cookie jar up. I absolutely love it. $3.99. I think it was a steal. So glad that I was able to get that for her. So while I was there, I decided, let me just take a quick poke around. I did find a couple pair of shoes here that I'm pretty excited about. So the first pair here is these Pumas. They are size 11.5. I did pay $19.99 for these guys, and I'm having some trouble finding some real comps. I see a lot of new ones, not too many pre-owned, and they're kind of all over the board. But I did some research on Instagram, asked some people on there that are into sneakers. So I'm expecting to get anywhere in the $60 to $80 range. So all said and done, after fees and such, we're probably looking at a $10 to $30 profit on those. The other ones over here were these Nike cleats. When I first saw these, so this Goodwill, if there's like higher end shoes, they only put one shoe out. So this is the one shoe I saw. I looked at it. It looked brand new to me, but I didn't know at the time that they were brand new. I saw some comps on some pre-owned ones in good condition for 40 bucks. Brought it up to the counter. I figured I'm still going to get it for $14.99. $15.99. When the clerk pulled out the second one, I realized it still had the tag on it. That right there added about $20 to the shoe. I found a couple sold comps anywhere from $60 to $70. So all said and done, after fees and shipping, we probably should look to make about 25, 30 bucks on that. So those are the two things that I got from Goodwill. The Goodwill that I was at was only about 10 minutes away from these estate sales that were just a kind of a last minute thing I found. So everything else you see on the table is what I got from those two estate sales. The second one I went to was at like an apartment complex. They didn't have too many items there, and I was a little late in the day, so I think I missed out on the morning rush. I did pick up this Brita water filter system here. That's a 2-pack. I picked this up for $2.75. Looked at some comps, which for all these things I've talked about, I'll throw up a screenshot. I found a sold comp in the $20 to $22 range. So we'll look to make about $9 to $10 on that. This Maxell VCR head cleaner. Got this for $0.25. Not really sure why, it's just my eye was drawn to it, so I picked it up. Found some sold comps in the $10 to $11 range. So after shipping and all fees, there's probably going to be about a $4 profit on that. So going to the other sale, which was the first one I went to, I picked up a total of 8 items, these 5 remotes here that you see, as well as the game, these wooden blocks, and the Guitar Hero guitar. Picked all 8 of those items up for $10 total. It was basically $1 a piece for everything up front, and then $3 for the guitar. So it did not have the dongle with this, but I still looked up some sold comps, which I'll show you here. This was selling, even without the dongle, this thing was going for about $20 in that range, $25. So nothing huge on that. Really nothing huge on any of this stuff I got here. Probably could have left some of this stuff, these remotes, and picked these up $1 a piece. We'll probably make $3 a piece on all these. So, everything does add up over time. So I'm not too mad about it. I wanted to break down some of the numbers on all of this, just because I was kind of going through all of it. And I said, well, how much time do I have invested in all this today? And what do I stand to make? So I kind of went over everything we paid, what we expect to make. And it should be anywhere in the $80 to $120 range. So even going on the low end, let's say 80 bucks is what we get out of the score here. If you looked at the time invested, it was probably about 20 minutes of travel time. Again, that's starting from the Goodwill, which is where I was going to pick up this cookie jar anyway. So that was about 20 minutes of extra travel. I was in both those estate sales for about 30 minutes total between both locations. If you look at the time I spent in Goodwill, I probably spent about 20 minutes in Goodwill kind of going through these sneakers, making sure everything looked good. And then, of course, there's time to list. There's time to ship. If you throw all that in, that's probably another 30 minutes to get all these listed with the help of Natasha. She's a huge help when listing these items. And then maybe another 20 minutes. Once an order comes in, it's pretty simple. We have a bin system we have in place. We pull the item. We have boxes ready to go. The tape's all set. So maybe another 20 minutes to box this stuff up. So all said and done, we got about 2 hours invested into purchasing, sourcing these items, listing these items, and shipping these items. So, I mean, if we talk about $80, again, that's on the low end. That's 40 bucks an hour. And I was just going out just to get the cookie jar. I decided to use a little bit of time while I was out to do some additional picking and sourcing. And as you can see here, I think it's all going to pay out. And this was on the, I wouldn't say this was a great, huge success day. So I look for, better days to come. So, again, just stick with it, stay at it. You got to keep listing these items to get them on eBay. And then just being consistent. Like I tell a lot of people that I'm connecting now with on Instagram, just be consistent, keep sourcing, keep listing, keep shooting videos, and eventually all the things are going to work out. As long as you're passionate about what you do and you're consistent with it, everything will work out. So thank you so much for joining us here at Boris and Natasha Wheeling and Dealing. I hope you enjoyed some of the content you saw in this video. If you did, please feel free to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more content. We are trying to put up videos on the maybe 3 to 4 times a week. So we try to be educational. We also like to show some of the things that we sold, which we'll probably go through in our next video. So just kind of all aspects of reselling. So thanks again for joining us here today. Take care. Have a great rest of the day.